This is mine. So, today's topic is on how to cast a circle. How/why/when/where. So casting a circle is something that I don't really do very much, mostly because I'm lazy, but I do think it's a good practice, especially for raising lots of energy and keeping it concentrated. I hate myself. So why should you cast a circle? I got lots of bites filming that footage of the different ways to cast a circle, so if you see me scratching, mind your business. There are a couple of reasons, but basically it's protection, or to keep energy or spirits contained within one space while you work, or yeah, just to kind of amplify. You can think of it like a cone, like the base is a circle and then it goes up like this and all your energy stays kind of within. Some people think of a circle like once you cast a circle, you're sort of operating between two worlds. Opening up the circle gives you a little bit of a doorway to like the astral plane or just to higher vibrations, however you want to think of that. But not everyone believes that, or not everyone kind of subscribes to that idea, so it's just kind of, either way, it's a good way to concentrate your energies and focus them a little more on a specific intent. Now, to the where, you can literally cast a circle anywhere that you are. You don't have to have like a whole bunch of space. I could cast a circle right now sitting on this carpet and not even get up. There's a lot of different ways you can do it, and I'll get into all of those, obviously. And I'm gonna go over a couple of like unusual or non-traditional ways of casting a circle, because I feel like there just needs to be a little more of that. I would really like to display how much witchcraft and spirituality in general is so individual. There's not a rule book for any of this. So do things how you like them, experiment a little bit, it's fun. We're gonna talk about some like mental methods of casting a circle, or like basically just non-physical methods of casting a circle, so you won't need any tools at all if you don't have them. So now to the when. When should you cast a circle? This is really completely up to you. Like I said, I don't usually cast a circle when I do any kind of spell work or rituals because I'm just a lazy fuck and most of the time I forget that it's the thing. But it's up to you. However, I would recommend if you're doing anything that makes you kind of uncomfortable, like if you're branching out and you're trying some practice that's not your usual thing and it kind of makes you a little uncomfortable on the inside, I would recommend casting a circle, just because it's that added layer of like safety, and it might make you feel a little more comfortable to have it there around you. Because the last thing that you want when you're doing spell work is for your negative energy coming from your self-doubt or fear to infiltrate. I was gonna say penetrate, but that's definitely not. I mean, that's kind of where I'm going with this, but you don't want it to taint your spell. You don't want it to taint the energy of your intent. So anytime that you feel unsafe or uncomfortable, which, you know, I'd recommend if you're doing something that makes you feel unsafe, probably don't do it. But if you're gonna do it anyways, cast a circle. And then when you're trying to raise very specific energies, like if you're trying to raise healing energies, or if you're doing a love spell, or, you know, something that you really want to raise a lot of energy for a specific purpose, probably then I would recommend it. Also, if you're gonna do like a seance, or if you're communicating with the spirit world at all, maybe even with divination, if you wanna just kind of like raise your vibration and not have to worry about making connections you don't wanna make, or if you're doing a seance or something like that, you don't want things to get away from you in more than one sense. Can I help you? You stink. And just if you like doing it, like if you find that it gets you in the witchy mood or just kind of helps your practice, then do it whenever. So now we're going to move on to what you can use, but I want to say, which I'm pretty sure I've made this clear, but you do not have to have any of these tools. You can use a mixture of these tools. You can use all of these tools. It doesn't matter. It's what you have, what you want to use, whatever. We're gonna start with the easiest, which is none, no tools. So that's our mental practices, and I will talk talk about those briefly. So a good way to like just mentally cast a circle, I'm a very non-verbal, can I help you? So a good way to cast just like a mental circle is to sit on the ground however you're comfortable. If you're doing this indoors, then it's just going to be on whatever floor or something. But if you're outdoors, it's best to have like solid ground underneath you, like grass or soil or something, so that you can literally ground yourself physically. So you're gonna sit, and if you're familiar with meditation at all, then you're gonna go through this practice of grounding yourself, which is basically where you envision sort of this string of light going from your core down into the ground and like all the way through the planet to the middle of the earth, and it's just grounding you and keeping you sturdy and safe. And then from there, if you want to just envision, like I said, the cone, you can use your hands if you want to sort of like mime out where your physical circle would be if it was here, and just kind of draw a line. You want to do this clockwise, which I will talk about. Basically, anytime that you're opening a circle, which means like when you're constructing the circle, you want to do it clockwise and close yourself in to the circle, or leave a space to where you can get in and then close the circle, which is more of an important thing with the physical circle, so we won't worry about that now. But if you want to mime out the space, you can, but just sort of imagine this light sort of like a sheet underneath you, just spreading out into this circle with like a higher vibration. Focus on your breathing a little bit, do whatever relaxes you, focus on your intentions. Now is a good time to actually like say in your head or out loud what you want to accomplish with this work that you're doing, even if that's just, I want to sit here and meditate in my cast circle for 15 minutes and chill the fuck out. You can say, I want to chill the fuck out. And there you go, your intention has been set. So anyways, once you've got this sort of sheet of light underneath you, you want to imagine it going up over your head like a cone, and you're just going to be in this protective light teepee. It's not even casting a circle anymore, it's protective light teepee of magic. You are welcome. Trademark. That's one method of casting a mental circle. And basically, I just made that shit up, which means you can make that shit up. However you want to do your mental circle, go for it. So that's basically gives you an idea of some things you can do for like not using any tools at all. The next is using some kind of wand to open the circle, just sort of like using it as a point to focus your energy. Now you can of course just do this with your finger, but you can also do it with a variety of objects, including crystal wands, a stick that you pick up off the ground, an athame or ceremonial knife, a pocket knife, a dildo, I don't know. A big part of casting a circle, which again isn't always necessary but is always a bonus to do, is cleansing your space. And you can see me doing that with sage smoke, incense smoke. You can use salt, rainwater, sounds like a bell or drum. It is now coming to my attention that I should really make a video on all the different types of cleansing that you can do. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. Another method of constructing your circle is just to walk it out. And you can see me doing that here. And my dog helping. You can also kill two birds with one stone if you want to cleanse your circle and also construct it at the same time. As you can see, obviously I'm walking around while I'm waving sage smoke or dropping rainwater or whatever it is that I'm doing. So you can walk the circle and also cleanse it at the same time. Another form of cleansing is to sweep. It's real easy. Just pretend that you're a young maiden and Papa has bade you clean the earthen floors again. But you'll want to sweep counterclockwise or widdershins to get rid of any negative energies and also debris that might stab you in your bare foot. Try your hardest to have any supplies that you will need during your practice within the circle so that you don't have to break the circle to go get your supplies. Not that this is a big deal, and of course you can break the circle and then resume it. It's not like you break it and then you have to do the whole thing over again, which some will say you do. I disagree. Something else you can do before or during casting your circle is calling the quarters. Calling the quarters is an evocation to elemental energies tied to the 4 cardinal directions of the compass, meant to bring the energies into the magic circle to make them available for the practitioner's use and to bolster the practitioner's own energy toward the protective strength of the circle and any further work to be performed within it. And if you're on a stony or cement surface of any kind, you can obviously actually draw out your circle with chalk or line it with candles, which I had planned to do here, but I was interrupted by a very lovely family with like 1,600 kids tramping through the creek. So somehow I didn't even get an actual picture of the circle that I drew, but you can see me drawing it, and there's some gorgeous nature sounds, so I'll just let you listen to that. I also like to construct a physical circle out of things in my surroundings, like leaves or sticks, or these things that my husband tells me are called horse apples, but I don't actually know what they are. And you can also see me using incense sticks. I just put them in the ground to form a circle, except this is really just 4 points instead of a full circle. Once you've cast a circle, closing a circle will be no big deal because it's just all this shit in reverse. Once you've got everything that you're planning to do within the circle done, you stand up, dismiss the quarters, dismiss the ancestors, whatever it is, and then however you opened the circle, close the circle in the same way, but obviously in the opposite direction. After you've closed your circle is also a good time to reground yourself, especially if you raised a lot of energy. It's kind of important to reground yourself so that you don't end up feeling any wonky side effects. Sometimes you can raise a lot of energy within a circle, more than you're used to, especially if you invoke other deities, and then it can get a little bit hectic letting all of that go, and you can feel a little lightheaded, a little dizzy. This is a pretty common experience when releasing energy or gaining a lot of energy. So if you feel lightheaded at any time, just sit down on the ground. You can even be on hands and knees, whatever you need to do to feel more stable, and just kind of do that grounding exercise where you imagine the string going through your body down into the earth, and just take a few moments to breathe and work through it. And it should pass pretty quickly. Hydrate is my best advice, honestly. Just because I'm pretty quiet when I practice my craft doesn't mean that everyone is, and I want to make sure that this video is helpful for the majority, if not everyone. So I will be linking some incantations and helpful chants and things, maybe a couple websites in the description box below if you're interested in looking at that. So another thing that I wanted to talk about was just some quick ways to make a circle if you want to have a physical circle and don't have anything really witchy, or if you're in the broom closet or something. So if you have a hula hoop, it's going to be a small circle, but it'll be a circle. You can hold the hula hoop, bless it, invoke the quarters, whatever, and then just slap it down wherever you're going to be working. There you go. You have a circle. You can do this with a lot of things. You can even just do like a rope, like put it in a circle. Anything that you can think of to make a circle with, you can make it work. And I'd be happy to hear about your experiences with casting circles in the comments if you're interested in sharing at all. And that is really all I have for you guys today. So, happy witching! Good boy. There we go. Sit. Kiss. Thank you. Stop eating grass.